Hello guys, and welcome to this Easy Aquatics video. In this video, we're going to be rescaping a 15-gallon tank for some Kribensis cichlids. This is a standard 15-gallon tank that will house Kribensis cichlids. This is the same tank that was used for my Kribensis Breeding Aquarium, but that started to develop loads of problems, so I dismantled it a couple days ago. The fish are currently in this tub with about 10 gallons of water. They're perfectly fine. All the old plants are in there. There's a heater and a filter running. They've only been in here a couple days and they're perfectly fine. The substrate that we're going to be using is some CaribSea Supernaturals Sunset Gold. To clean the sand, simply add it to a bucket and run it with water. As more and more water is added, stir the sand to kick up dust and debris. Continue cleaning it, draining it, and refilling it until the water in the bucket is clear. Once you've cleaned your sand, you can now add it to your tank. Add some in, and then spread it out. Our main hardscape is going to be spiderwood. Just gonna play around with it, see. There we go. Now I've got our spiderwood set up, sort of like a center island type setup. Now we're going to add our coconut caves. Kribensis will use as places to breed. There we go. Caves are now in. Now I'm going to add our filter and then we can start planting. I secured the spiderwood to the caves and to some little stones using some cyanoacrylate super glue. I also scattered some little pebbles around the tank just to add interest and some contrast to the sand. The hardscape is now complete. The first plant we're going to be using is Fern Windelov. It's an epiphyte plant that we're going to attach to the spiderwood with some cyanoacrylate superglue gel. The next plant we're going to be using is Anubias Nana. It's also an epiphyte plant. The next plant we're going to be using is Anubias Congensis. We're going to glue it down onto some of these rocks that I've placed down, also using some cyanoacrylate superglue, like this. That's what it should look like. And now I can place it into the tank. So to do this, just put some glue on a rock, take the plant and stick it and hold for about 10 seconds. And then we're going to add it into the tank. The next plant that we're going to be adding is some Wendtii green. We're going to just plant this in the foreground. Some tweezers. we're gonna add is some Amazon Sword. Plant that in the back of the aquarium. Next plant we're gonna add is some Ozelot Sword. We're also going to plant this in the back. Our next plant is some Bacopa Caroliniana. Really easy to grow stem plant. The last plant that we're going to add is some pearlweed. There we go. The tank is now completely planted. Just giving you a side view. All this is only about 6 pots worth of plants, which is a lot of plants for the amount of money that you'd be paying. Now we're going to move the tank over from where I'm setting it up over to its permanent spot on the rack. So here's the tank right now. It is a bit cloudy, but we're gonna give it overnight to clear up. I've added some water clarifier and dechlorinator so far. It has now been a couple days since the tank has been set up and it's cleared up nicely. So now we can add our beneficial bacteria to get this tank safe for the Kribensis. Just pour some in, and then some more back there, get some more on the filter, just dump a bunch in. There we go. The tank's a bit cloudy now, so we're gonna give it a couple hours, and then we can come back and add our fish. Now the tank's back to being clear, so we can add our fish in. Trying to catch the male Kribensis that we're going to put into our tank. This is probably going to take a while. I have managed to catch the male Kribensis, so we're now going to move him over and into the tank. There he goes. So he'll be in there, and the reason that I can put the fish in so quickly is because I'm going to be doing water changes every day to keep the ammonia levels low for the first couple weeks. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you all in the next one.